Hey there, CJ Math students. Welcome to Notes 4.4, Part 1. We'll be doing the first of two Buzz Math levels today. This first level is super quick. It's kind of a review of what we've already done. So, evaluating algebraic expressions. Remember, do a problem on here, pause the video, and then do a problem on Buzz Math. So, select all the algebraic expressions, all that apply. There are multiple answers here. Remember, you need numbers, operations, and variables for it to be an algebraic expression. No equal sign. So take a look at that first one. You might say, well, all I have is variables and operations, but remember they can have a coefficient of 1, so that actually is an algebraic expression. This one does not have any variables. This one obviously has an equal sign, numbers, variable operations, so we're good to go there. This has an equal sign, so no. And this is actually also an algebraic expression because this is actually multiplying 3 by d. So that is a algebraic expression. Pause the video, do your Buzz Math problem. Number 2, we've seen this before. A number increased by is just going to be n plus 7, so, or in this case they use y, so sorry about that. 7 less than, remember 7 less than, that key phrase, less than, moves that 7 to the end. Twice a number is just 2 times y basically, so 2y minus 7. A number divided by 7, that's pretty straightforward, that's y divided by 7. Number minus 7, that's just y minus 7, so that's this one. And then 7 decreased by, that's kind of like a less than, right? Sorry, no it's not. It's just straight order. 7 less than, or decreased by a number, 7 minus y. So pause the video and do number 2. All right, number 3, what is the value of x minus 2 when x is 9? Simply plug in, you're just doing 9 minus 2, so that's 7. What is the value of 9n when n is 5? Remember, it's 9 parentheses 5, that is not 95, that's equal to 45. You need to multiply when you have a number right next to a parentheses, 45. Pause the video and do number 3. Number 4, we're going to complete the table for c equals 19, so basically all we're going to do is, in all these scenarios, plug in 19. So for this first one, we're going to do 13 plus 19. And this one, we're going to do 19 minus 13. This we're going to do 13 divided by 19. And this one, we're going to do 13 times 19. So we just work our way down the line and we get our answer. So this is equal to 32. 19 minus 13 is 6. This is a fraction. It cannot be simplified, so you can just leave it as that. And then 13 times 19, you have the ability to use the calculator on here. It's 247. Pause the video, do number 4. 5 we've seen before. Expanded form is just your exponents multiplied by the variable by how many times to the exponent. So you have a base of a, it says multiply it by itself 3 times. Doing the opposite way, you have a base of m, and how many m's do you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, so you have an exponent of 4. Pause the video, do number 5. Number 6. Evaluate the expression for y squared plus 13 when y is equal to 7. So first of all, write y squared in expanded form using the variable. That's just y times y, right? What is the value of y squared when y is equal to 7? So really y squared, you can think it as equal to 7 squared. And 7 squared is not 7 times 2, but 7 times 7. So 7 squared is equal to 49. So now, what is the value of y squared plus 13? So we have y squared plus 13 when y equals 7. So you have 7 squared plus 13. We already know that 7 squared is 49. So basically, you're just doing 49 plus 13. I went through that kind of quick, but again, basically you're plugging in what you want y to equal, which in this case, they tell us it's 7. Squaring it, which is 7 times 7, not 7 times 2, and then adding 13 to it. So we have 49 plus 13, which gives us 62. So now they want us to do the same thing, but this time y to the third. So y to the third plus 13, which gives us 7 to the third plus 13. Order of operations says we do exponents first, so we want to do 7 times 7 times 7, which gives us 343. Sorry, I'm running out of space. 343 plus 13. And your answer, 356. Okay, pause the video and do number 6. All right, number 7 is an order operations problem. But they say when x is equal to 6. So we have 10 minus 6 squared divided by 3 plus parentheses 16 plus x. So remember, we do parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. So we'll do parentheses first. Within the parentheses, you have to do order operations as well. So within the parentheses, we have to do the exponents first, then the division. So we have 10 minus 36, because that's what 6 squared is, divided by 3 plus oops, I forgot, this is a, not an x, but a 6, plus 16 plus 6. Now we can do both parentheses at the same time. It doesn't really matter. So 10 minus 36 divided by 3 is 12, plus 16 plus 6 is 22. So I would, if I were you, use KCC and say, all right, 10 plus negative 12 is negative 2, plus 22. That's a DSSM, or different signs. Subtract and keep the one that has more. We have more positives, so we have 20 as our answer. Pause the video and do number 7. I would highly recommend writing stuff down. I'll post it up. Number 8, what is true about the sides of a square? This is very straightforward. The sides of a square are always the same length. So the sides are the same length, good, and the sides are always the same length. All this other stuff says never the same length, some squares are the same length. No, every single square has sides that are exactly the same length or exactly equal. So to find the area, basically we just could do one side times another side. So if I have a square here and I said, hey, this side is 10, I could find the area or all the measurement of space inside of this square by simply doing 10 squared, or 10 times 10. So the area of this square would be 10 squared, which is equal to 10 times 10, which is equal to 100. So go ahead and pause the video and do number 8. Number 9, I could find the surface area of a cube, basically the area of every single square that's in a cube, by doing 6s squared. So be careful here. 6 times, they tell you s is 8, 8 squared. I could easily rewrite this as saying 6, 8 squared. Same thing. I broke it down like that so you know that, hey, I need to do the exponents first and then I need to multiply. So 6 times 64, and then 64 times 6 gives you 384 inches squared. So if you took all the areas of these squares and added up, you'd get 384. Right? And number 10, what is true about the sides of the cube? Same thing with squares, right? A cube is made up of nothing but squares. The sides of a cube are always equal in length, and the sides are always the same length. So if I wanted to find the volume or the space inside of a cube, and the sides were 7 inches, I just used this equation right here, s to the third. So s to the third is really equal to 7 to the third, and 7 to the third is going to be equal to 7 times 7 times 7. So all the space inside, how many little cubes could I fit inside of this big cube, would be 343 inches cubed. Okay, pause the video, do number 10. This is it for part 1 of notes 4.4.